deep breath whenever the Spirit moves you. I'm ready.
Guy Fieri once said, cooking is all about people. Food is maybe the only universal thing that has the power to really bring everyone together, no matter what culture, everywhere around the world. People love food. I think this is very accurate and pretty applicable to my family. And hopefully by the end of the speech, you can understand a little bit about my family's culture. So, my family has roots all over the world, but today I'll be focusing on our roots in Central America. So, my mom immigrated here to the United States from Honduras about 30 years ago, and one of the traditions that she brought was the tradition of making tamales. So, here I have some photos, close-ups of us making tamales. To me, making tamales signifies love. And for you to understand why it signifies love to me, I will describe the work that goes into making tamales and also the family time, the quality family time that we get out of the process. First, I will discuss the many steps that go into making tamales for you to understand why it signifies love. It is no joke. For my family, it's a long process. It could take a few days just to complete them. But the first step is using and cooking the banana leaves. I'm not sure how many of you guys know, but Honduran tamales are slightly different than your typical Mexican tamales that use corn husks. We use banana leaves. It adds a different flavor. But to use them, you have to cook them correctly, and it's kind of a grueling process, or you have to sort of steam them, and it can be sort of difficult because if you don't do it correctly, they rip very easily. But aside from cooking the banana leaves, there's a lot of other work that goes into it, like cutting the potatoes, making the rice, marinating meat, like you can see all of those pieces in that tamale. So there is so much work that goes into it, and all that signifies love to me because these aren't just made on an everyday basis. They're made for special occasions, such as Christmas most popularly, but for my family, we'll also make them for weddings or any special homecomings. So it always just signifies love. You wouldn't just go through this grueling process for any old meal. It's something you make for your loved ones. Now that you understand the work that goes into making tamales, I'll tell you about how the family time we get out of it signifies love to me. So, like I said before, it's a pretty long process. The first day we'll usually cook the banana leaves. Next day, marinate meat. Next day we'll probably put them all together like you can see in these pictures. And then the next day we'll finally cook them. And it is always really nice because throughout those days, we usually just spend time together. We don't spend any time going hanging out with friends or anything. We just use that time strictly for family because for the rest of the year, we are usually apart or we just don't get that much family time. So it's really nice when we do get to come together and exclusively hang out with family. And one of my personal family traditions is we always open one tamale and we all share it, and just sort of as a taste tester, but it's always really nice, and it's usually the best tamale out of the batch, but it's one of my favorite traditions. So to conclude, I hope that through my explanation of my family making tamales, you now have an understanding a little bit of the Honduran culture, my family culture, and why making tamales signifies love to me. Thank you.